Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Stationeers. Last week we set up this furnace, and this furnace we needed to smelt ourselves steel. The steel we're gonna need for this week's project, which is power, and specifically solar panels with solar tracking. I already disassembled the arc furnace that was here, and I removed the APC area power control in order to make room for our control system. Our control system for solar tracking consists of a daylight sensor, two logic I/O, a logic processor, and a logic memory. So, with the sun rising, I think it's time to set up our system. What we first will do is set up a daylight sensor right here, which needs to face the sun rising, the rising sun. And the sun rises from this area, so this place is perfect for the daylight sensor. Next we will need to lay out is the logic IOs and logic memories. For this we'll need a logic reader. We'll place it like so to minimize the usage of cables. We will need a a batch writer to write to all the different solar panels. We'll need a logic processor, which is going to be logic math. I'm going to place right here. And ultimately we'll need logic memory, which I'm going to place right here. Now I'm going to quickly wire them up, and I'll talk you through the process afterwards. Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now we have a storm we have a storm, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, our wind generator is doing overtime. But because we have nothing collected, sadly we cannot collect that excess power that it's creating. I did place some additional cables here, because I didn't need them at that moment, but apparently they flew off. I got some more cables right here. Everything right here is still safe, which is good, because they're loose and they will fly away in the storm. Another thing, don't jump in the storm, because if you jump, this will happen. Whee! That's not something you want to happen. Can we use a jetpack? Nope, jetpack can't use either. I quickly set up a new APC to see how much power is generated by by this wind tower. And it's analyzing the wrong thing. Need the network analyzer. Currently we can generate up to 800 watts of power with the wind turbine in this storm. So that's very useful. The battery is already recharged. Let me switch that one out. Now we're going to set up our solar panel with the power side on the left side, or the sunset side, and the data port on the daylight side. So this one is the solar panel. Needs a glass panel. Let's get that one. There we go. Place it here. So now we have a circuit. Can put this one on. I'll turn it off for right now. The logic reader to the daylight sensor. set the variable for solar angle, vertical. Set the math unit in 1 to the logic reader, that one. And input 2 cycle to logic memory, that's this one. And I need to connect the output. Let me fix that right here. There we go. This is back. Need that one right now. And we'll do the output on divide, which is this one. Then we have the batch reader, takes in logic math. Whoop. Output type, no device present. Output to all solar panel. We only have one right now. And we'll cycle to vertical. Can switch this one on. Switch that one on. It's green, so everything is alright. Switch this one on. But what we don't know yet is what memory needs. Because the sun has an arc of around 180 degrees. And we want to take the solar angle from here. Get the solar angle. And divide this by the memory. In this unit, we need to divide it by 1.8 because the output of these solar panels is in percentages. Divide by 1.8. There we go. As you can see, it's tracking the sun, except for that it is in the wrong position. So now it thinks the sun is here. And we can correct this by adjusting the angle of these solar panels. And rotate to minus 90 degrees. That should be sufficient. There we go. Now we have solar tracking. I note that the angle of the sun on Mars is 8%, but it doesn't matter for now, because we get sufficient amount of efficiency. As you can see, we're at 83 efficiency with about 377 watts generated. If you have multiple, which we're going to set up right now, then it will increase our solar generation significantly. As you can see here, this APC is taking in the power from the solar panel, sends back to the rest of the system, but it also sends it to this APC, which supplies the power for our solar tracking system. Which is important because if this power runs out, then we still have power here, so we can still track the sun and generate power to recharge here. So it's a smart thing to have these on a separate grid via an area power control, which we can now cover up. We'll leave this one open because we still need to charge our suit battery. Right, now we already have some solar panels lined up and we're gonna print them off. And then afterwards we will set them up. Now that our solar panels and tracking logic is set up, let's go over the components. The solar sensor here tracks the angle of the sun and sends out a signal, which is read by the logic reader here. The math unit takes the data from the logic reader and divides it by the constant set in the logic memory, which is 1.8. The sun's arc across the sky is 180 degrees, which is divided by 1.8 gives a percentage. The result from the math unit is read by the batch writer, which sends out a signal to the solar panels telling them which percentage of the vertical axis the panels must take in order to follow the sun across the sky. The signal is transmitted via cable to the data ports of the panels, and the power is returned via the other cable coming from the power outlet of the panels and is stored in the base battery, which is not shown on the screenshot, but I'll show you later. The whole tracking logic is on its own sub-power grid via this area power control or APC, as a safety feature in case the base battery has been depleted somehow. Having its own backup power supply from the battery in the APC allows the solar tracking logic to continue operating in such an event, and when the sun inevitably rises again, we can restore power. What I also noticed is that we are going through our water like crazy. And I don't think we can survive one more episode without a steady water supply. So, as bonus content to this episode, we're also going to set up our water supply. We can set it up here, in this room. We need this one. We'll take out the materials. Don't need the metal, the steel. We need all the other stuff. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As you can see, I'm frantically looking for ores. I'm in the middle of the night. The sun's coming up, that's a good thing. But what I need is ice. I figured out that I'm completely out of water. As you can see below, our health is even dropping. We don't have any water whatsoever. So first things first, we need to have some ice to put in the ice crusher, which I already set up. We also need some liquid pipes, but we'll see to that later. There we go. Is this ice? Oxide. Here we go. Ice. I don't know how much we need. We also have time to charge our batteries because the base ran out. I will quickly mine some ice so we can fill our bottle. It's a bit of a messy episode, but bear with me, things will improve in the future. First we need to survive before we can thrive. Alright, 47 ice, that should be enough. Liquid pipe. How many do we need? Let's see.
Health low.
Oh, our health is getting low. Let's see, do we have a pill? Usually come with a big tablet. No, nothing. Alright, we quickly set up this one. I don't know how this works, but we'll figure it out as we go. There we go. Put the ice in the ice crusher. This is a new item. I'll talk you through in a bit. Let's see. Water bottle is completely filled. Finally, we can drink. Let's see. Maybe we can use the Atmo analyzer to see what's in here. Now there's a lot of pressure in the pipes. 4.25 megapascals of water, which is a good thing. Means we can fill up all our bottles. Let's get our bottles. This is one. Put this in here. And grab these two as well. Run, run, run. Quick, quick, quick. There we go. One bottle filled. Filling the other bottle. Those are both filled. And filling this bottle. Means that we have now 4 bottles filled with water. Switch this one off. So, finally, we have our water system set up as well. It's a very simple system. This is the ice crusher. It's produced in the hydraulic printer. As you can see here, the recipes here. It's a kit. Okay, it's all the way in the defaults. Ice crusher, it's a simple one, and you need a bottle filler. That's the other one here. And you need pipes, liquid pipes, which are different from the normal pipes, the yellow pipes you see here. Of course, you can dye them in every color you want, but these are for gases and these are for liquids. This is part with the new update. So we place the ice crusher, hook it up on the power grid, connect it to a bottle filler, which is this one with the bottles in it. Connect the pipe between them, put in the ice, run it, and it will fill up. You put in the bottles here, they automatically fill up all the way, depending whether or not if you have enough water pressure. I don't know how much pressure is required, but I put in almost 75 ice ores, and well, it filled up for about a good 4 megapascals of pressure. So that's sufficient for now. We'll make this into a better system later. So now we have a simple forge or a simple furnace that we can smelt tier 2 ingots. We got our power system done. Well, rudimentary, more basic than I would like. The power is generating and tracking with the sun, supplying the batteries here in the APC, which supplies the rest of the base. Last thing I want to do is see if I can't get a big battery in a big station battery in here. So what we'll need to do is empty the contents. As you can see here, we needed some silicon. Close this one. Copper, steel, can turn this one off for now. Let's search for a base battery. Battery large, battery charger, battery large kit, it's a big battery, and a normal battery kit. I'll use this one for now. Rinse off fairly quickly. There we go. As you can see here in the green, maybe this is better, there's an entrance on the left side and 2 exit ports, one for power and one for data. We'll rotate the battery like this, placed here, and then what we're going to do, let's flip this one off, I know what I said. And we'll reinstall this one later. The reason why I'm going to place APC about here is because these cables can only support up to 5 kilowatts of power. Now these 4 solar panels will not generate 5 kilowatts yet, but if you want more than 5 kilowatts, you'll need bigger, beefier cables, and we'll upgrade these cables here. But the battery doesn't have such a limitation on how much power it can hold, it can get at the same time. So it's a good place to. It's a good collector, and then the APC. It will connect on here. Can regulate the power so that the rest of the cables that will be normal cables, at least for now, will not receive an excess of 5 kilowatts of power. So place this here. Flip this around. Open it up. Battery on. Quickly hook this power back up. There we go. Maybe some light so you can see. Now the battery is charging this system again. However, this system isn't charging right now. But that's fine because we'll figure out that's right now by just hooking this up here. And turning the battery on. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our episode for today. So, we have a stable power supply, we have a base battery to collect all the power. That's much bigger than the regular batteries, regular large batteries for our suits. We also have our ice system, so we can also get liquid water. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode, where we will finish off the greenhouse here. Until then, take care. Bye bye.